Hey, my name's Shane Hill. I'm the author of the Alabama Tailgate cookbook and also the alabamatailgate.com. You can follow me on my blog there, pick up some recipes and some tailgate ideas. One of the things I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about is just maybe what is it that you could take to a tailgate. You can get as fancy as you want. I've got these large propane cookers that I use now, but I'm feeding 100, 120 people sometimes. So this is just kind of a basic stuff that's good to have, good to take to a tailgate. It's nothing earth-shattering, nothing you probably haven't thought of. One of the things that you can look at is a nice little portable gas grill. I'm talking just the tabletop type models, and these are good if you're cooking for anywhere from 5 to 10 folks. And the reason I like gas for that is when you're done cooking, you turn it off, and probably about 30 minutes, this thing's going to be cool enough that you're going to be able to put it in your car and head out. So you don't have the charcoal that you're having to mess with, or finding a place to dispose it, or waiting for it to cool down, or pouring water on it and just making a big mess. So it's, again, just a nice little tabletop, probably about 50 bucks. You'd spend that on charcoal in a tailgate season. So it's also a nice little economical way to cook for your friends. Things are going to get hot. We're obviously talking about the grill. One thing you can do is pick up some welding gloves. You can get those at any of the big box stores or welding supply store. They're a lot better to me than a traditional hot hand or something that you're going to use to pick up pans or when things get warm. They're durable. They're going to last a couple of seasons, if not 4 or 5 years. So another real good way there to be able to cook and handle things when they get hot. Ziploc bags. Again, something you may or may not already have thought of, but it's a great way to be able to take all the items that you've prepped down. So if you'll do all this prep work ahead of time, you can start on a Tuesday or Wednesday night before the big game. Go ahead and do all the prep work, get all your stuff diced up, and you're able to roll into the tailgate and go ahead and cook more of a gourmet type meal, and you're doing it really with no prep work on site, and you're still able to enjoy hanging out with your friends. Spices. Go ahead and grab some type of box, maybe one of the little clear rubber totes, to keep all your spices in. If it rains or it's going to get nasty out, all your spices aren't getting wet, it's just a good way to store those and take those back and forth. Another thing that I see people typically not have is a nice pair of large tongs, something to pull those hot items off the grill, or even pick up the grill grates or move things around. People come in with the little units they're getting at the grocery store. Go ahead and go out to Amazon, go to a food service store, somewhere where you can find a nice, at least a 10-inch, and they make them, I believe, all the way up to 16-inch, and it gives you a little standoff from the heat. And again, those things are really super sturdy, and you're able to move stuff around with. And above all that, just get a nice Rubbermaid tote to be able to take all this stuff back and forth from the tailgate. And those are just really some of the basic, simple items that I can think of that you would want to start out with a tailgate kit. If you're going to do something above and beyond grilling, you may want to look at some cast iron, maybe a large Dutch oven. If you go out and you buy a name brand, if you buy a Lodge, these things are going to get pretty expensive pretty quick. So maybe look on yard sales, go around, or some of the big box stores like Academy Sports. They'll have some of the off-name brands, and you can get those a little more economical. But these are great to cook chili or different stews as the weather kind of cools off. And you can just throw this right on top of a grill. You don't have to have a dedicated propane burner, although that makes it a little nicer. But again, you're able to use that basic kit and kind of start building from there. Hope you enjoy. Hope your team has a good season. Roll Tide.